Nithyananda Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dandva Tattvamasya Ekam Vimalamachram Sarvati Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Yes, Nithyananda, all of you, and a welcome after this powerful darshan, power manifestation, where Swamiji revealed so much about how the Rama came and he gave 112 Upanishads when then Nara and Narayana Rishi took incarnation as Krishna, which is from Narayana himself, then Arjuna Rishi, and came and gave the Bhagavad Gita. Shiva, and Shiva gave them the Shiva Gita, and were blessed to in the next incarnation to give the this science of Shiva Gita, and it was delivered as Bhagavad Gita to all of us. So with this, and after this round of power manifestation, now we'll be entering into the further revelations by Swamiji. So let's get ready. This is going to be on the gratitude. Understanding that how when you bring the gratitude into your being, when you bring your gratitude into your being, how the super consciousness just explodes in you with gratitude. So let's get ready to listen directly from Bhagwan himself on gratitude. Let's begin.
Even the life which is happening in your body is gift. Constantly you are showered. If you stand on this base, you can create wealth 10 times more. You can create infrastructure. See, if you start your life from the mood of not having, you will not create wealth, you will grab wealth. If you start your life feeling blessed, you will create wealth, you will not grab wealth. There's a big difference, understand? If you start your life with the feeling, I don't have, you will grab, you will never create. You will be waiting for the opportunities to grab. Sometimes people tell me, Swamiji, I am completely content. I tell them, oh, that's great. If you get a lottery, $1 billion, will you say you don't want? No, no, no. Then what do you mean by you are completely content? No. Move from contentment to fulfillment. Fulfillment is totally different from contentment. If you start with idea of not having, I don't have, you will only grab. You will wait to grab. If you start with the reality, I am showered. Still I am alive, my kidney is working, my liver is working, my brain is working at least once in a while. My heart is working. My lungs are working. So many things in our system is working. I am still feeling I am alive. Millions of possibilities open the moment you feel that you are alive. See, like the moment you are out of this door, the millions of stars are seen. The millions of possibilities are opening up. Same way, the moment you feel you are alive, the millions of possibilities are opening. The door for the millions of possibility is the first experience. I am alive. Why don't you recognize that and celebrate? Understand, just a few days before we celebrated my Enlightenment Day, I am telling you very directly, all that happened on the day, I wanted to put it in a very plain words to you. I just recognized I am alive, and I realized that I am alive opens thousands of possibility in the realms of mysticism, in the realms of life, in the realms of physical health, mental health, wealth, knowledge, enlightenment, relationships. In every realm which you feel is essence of life, are necessary for happy life, and finally, being happy without anything, in all realms, I suddenly felt in each realm, thousands of possibilities are opening for me because I am alive. All I did is I recognized I am alive, and I realized thousands of possibilities opening in front of me. Billions of possibilities are open in front of me. And I started celebrating, that's all. See, recognizing I am alive is Sat, truth. Recognizing billions of possibilities are there in front of me is Chit, consciousness. Celebrating, wow, is Ananda, that's all. Just I experienced Satchidananda, the glimpse of Satchidananda on the day. That's what I call enlightenment. And just decide, today you will recognize you are alive. You are alive means what? Now, millions of possibilities are opening in front of you. What million? Billion? What billion? Trillion. Possibilities are opening in front of you. You can be a good father, or you can be a bad father. You can be a good brother, or you can be a bad brother. You can be a good friend, or you can be a bad friend. Or you can be healthy, or you can be sick. But all are possibilities. Thousands of possibilities are open in front of you is enough reason to celebrate. Understand? When you realize trillions of possibilities are open in front of you, you will become desireless. Please understand, I am cracking an important nut which keeps ignorance alive in you. I am cracking the head of the ignorance. If you are aware, trillions of possibilities are in front of you, you will not have desire. You will experience anashayam, means where not only there is desirelessness, the possibilities of desires gets burnt. You may think, how can it be? If there are billions of possibilities in front of me, naturally I'll be having so many desires to have this choice, that choice, that choice, that choice. No. When there is billions of possibilities in front of you, billions of choices in front of you, suddenly you feel like resting in choicelessness. The decision to rest in choicelessness, decision to relax in choicelessness happens when you see trillions of choices in front of you. When trillions of possibilities are in front of you, you just decide relaxing into choicelessness. You feel the ability to choose is more powerful, important, energetic, fulfilling than any choice you make. Please understand? The moment you start making choices, your freedom of being in choicelessness is getting restricted. The moment you choose, you will be choosing language. Now you are in a bondage of acting only in that language realm. Till you choose, you have a freedom of all languages. The moment you choose, you will take birth in India. Now you are bound by all the plus and minuses of this Indian society. Till you choose, you are beyond the plus and minuses of Indian society. Every choice you make takes away some part of being choiceless from you. So when there are trillions of choices in front of you, you suddenly decide, wow, being choiceless is the best thing. Being choiceless is the ultimate experience. The person who is being choiceless will be the infinite creator. Infinite creator, please understand. Try resting in choicelessness. You will see the amount of wealth you will create, attract around you without grabbing. Relax into the space of gratitude. You are showered with so much. Trillions of choices are there in front of you. When you realize trillions of choices are there in front of you, you just relax in choiceless awareness.
I click on the fracture. And the lesson to be learned from the poetry. The lesson I live, and the lesson all of you can learn. First thing, first question everybody asks, why did Swami get into the house? What is the need? See, life is not supposed to be just you wake up from the same bed and you walk through the same floor and you get into the same vehicle and you just go to the same office, come back and lie down in the same bed. Life keeps learning. So I also thought, why not pick up a car after it? And after this art riding, swimming, all the things are inside our brain. Just if you are happy, it will come up. So I thought, why not try? That's the reason I tried. Nothing wrong. It was going well. Every day it was going well. Every day around action morning and evening. I think that day, a little bit of music, loud music. Now the ashram itself started cheering up. So I got very excited. Nothing else. That's all. And the moment I felt, first thing I thought is, oh, the fellow should not enjoy ashram. They should not. The first thing I told him, I am okay, don't worry. I am okay, don't worry. That's what I told him first thing. And after I got, I saw the fracture in the hand. And I told him, maybe there's a fracture, let's go to the hospital and do what needs to be done. So we went to 7 o'clock April. 2:30 only they did surgery. Till then, no painkiller, no anesthesia, no pain. No painkiller, no anesthesia, no pain. It is a compounded two fracture. Bones are on piece. And doctors were shocked, surprised. They were again and again saying, what do you mean by no pain, Swami? I said, I don't know. Actually, the fracture is not any problem to my body. Now, little of the anatomy is the medicine these fellows introduced into my body. It's antibiotic and all the anesthesia, everything they infused into the body. That is the reason I am a little calm, plum and all that. Otherwise, the original practice did not do anything. There was no suffering, there was no pain. And fortunately, the moment I fell from the arch, that is also completely video recorded in the security camera. And the whole, I was taken the hospital, the whole thing is video recorded. And surgery is also video recorded. They are saying impossible. The doctors are saying it must be excruciating pain for you because the whole came out of skin. Bone has made a hole in the skin. There was bleeding. And some 3-4 pieces it became. 2 fractures and 3-4 pieces. You may ask, why no pain? See, there was no suffering. I did not look back to think, why did I get into the heart? I did not look back. I could have just avoided getting into the heart. I could have avoided the music. See, time and track, whatever is happening, is a Kalavera, Guru. Kalavera is Guru. Time and track should not look with the what? You should not look at the time and track with the postmortem mood. I cannot do postmortem. This is the way life is, that's all. Either look at the time with a deep, complete acceptance, or gratitude. I look at gratitude. Fortunately, there was no injury on the head, there was no injury on the back. Usually, the people tell fall on the arm, they have injury only on the head. They break collarbone. Nothing of the injuries happen. So I looked at collarbone, only the gratitude. Kalavera is Guru. Life is Guru. Do not look at life with a postmortem mood. I could have thought, oh, this fellow could avoid the music, this fellow could avoid shouting, cheering up, I could avoid getting into the art. What is the meaning for me to learn the art these days? Not like who asked me to learn the art like thousands of ways. You can ask why towards the light. But why towards the light always brings suffering. Why and if and why. All three bring suffering. The why does not give any answer. It just brings more and more suffering. So I always tell you, look at the light. Look at Kalavera. Kalavera means time. What does it happen? Look at light. Either with complete acceptance or with deep gratitude. That's all. Then there will not be any suffering. So the lesson you need to learn from this whole thing. My prasadam to you. See, this is a great experience for me. So I can give you the prasadam of this experience. Is never go to life. Guru. All is way around the thing. See, life only teaches me. Guru only teaches me. When the life is intensely teaching you, is Guru. Life or Kalavera or Guru. Never go to Kalavera or Guru. With the more why. Always go to the total acceptance of the extraordinary gratitude. Not only that, I will show you now, miraculously how in 2-3 days the whole thing gets healed. Completely the whole thing gets healed. I will show you. And the whole heal miraculously happening also because no suffering. No suffering, no pain. To learn this one lesson. Come on. Sit with this one idea for a few minutes. Let me approach life with a deep gratitude or full acceptance. Know why to life.
Your thoughts and emotions can alter your DNA. I have some of the beautiful Shastra Pramanas. Of course, modern day Shastra Pramanas by some of the scientists. The scientist Daniel Winter and his heart coherence team found proof that human emotions can reprogram your DNA and shape your immune system. The next research, the scientist and researcher Greg Braden gives evidences on how emotions change our DNA. Number one, in case of gratitude, love and appreciation, DNA responded by relaxing and length become longer. Just simple, feeling love. There's another one, truth. The balancedexistence.com. This is the another one website which works on, which gives information on this DNA science. Scientists experimented. The change in emotions changes the shape of DNA. They infer that emotions change our physical DNA, and when we change, the world around us changes. Please understand. Oh God. Emotions change our physical DNA, and when we change, the world around us changes. Again, I always tell people, be blissful, wealth will be attracted towards you. You will attract all the right things, right situations, and right happenings. The world around you will change. The scientists are saying the same thing in different words. Understand? If you are suffering with diabetes, the imbalance of samana, you are suffering with the desires and thoughts which are not going to bring fulfillment to you. I can connect every emotion, every thing to the major diseases people suffer. The fear is responsible for blood pressure. Constant fear raises the blood pressure. If your survival instinct is constantly challenged, blood pressure goes up. If you are constantly suffering with the desire which makes you tired, agamya, the ideas which makes you tired, agamya, you will, the diabetes, blood sugar starts. If you are constantly suffering with a shrinking idea, please understand, shrinking means guilt. Guilt is shrinking. Shrinking ideas are responsible for arthritis. If you are suffering with the memories of physical, mental, emotional pain, that is directly responsible for your relationships, unable to expand your life, and the identity you feel. Please understand, some emotional pain, if it is carried strongly in your system, you will stop expanding. But honesty is only one ingredient for authenticity. It is not authenticity by itself. Please understand. Honesty is only one ingredient for authenticity. Authenticity is something more than honesty. I'll give you the difference between honesty and authenticity. For example, if you are angry with somebody, you will express directly to that person, I am angry with you. It is honesty, but that is not authenticity. Authenticity means really two beings may understand each other where even the anger will not happen. Please understand there is a difference between honesty and authenticity. Honesty is socially good quality. Authenticity is spiritual quality. It is not social good quality. Honesty is only the first step, initial step. Authenticity is a spiritual quality. Authenticity means living the spiritual truths authentically. See, a husband lying to the wife, neither there is honesty nor authenticity. Husband telling truth to the wife that he is a womanizer is the honesty, but not authenticity. Husband living just as the husband is authenticity. So each person's role, if he or she is completely living, it is authentic. When he is failing and revealing the failure to the other person, it is honesty. Revealing the failure is not living successfully. Understand? Revealing the failure is revealing the failure. It is honest, no doubt, but not authentic. You may be keeping your balance sheet proper with a country, nation. Are you keeping your balance sheet proper with the cosmos, with the universe? What is the meaning of the word keeping the balance sheet in tune with the cosmos? Means just remembering continuously you are not qualified for anything. Everything is showered on you. Please understand. Remembering everything is a gift given to you by the cosmos in your life is what I mean by keeping your balance sheet straight with the cosmos. You don't need to pay anything back. The attitude, everything is a gift to you, is keeping the balance sheet authentic with the cosmos. You do not know. Gratitude is such a powerful ingredient. The moment you add that, honesty become authenticity. I have seen people many times mistake honesty into authenticity. No, honesty is not authenticity. Honesty is more like a hot love. Authenticity is like a cool stream. Understand? Honesty will always be demanding. I am honest, you be honest. Authenticity will be always flowing. I am flowing, I don't bother about you. Authenticity fills you and others. Honesty burns others and you. Many times I have seen the people who are honest within few days or few weeks or few months, they will torture and kill the other person in the name of honesty. God, honesty is a foolish substitute to authenticity.
Gratitude is prayer. Generally, our religious life starts in prayer, ends in gratitude. Prayer has got different dimensions. It gets matured as you get matured. Prayer is the bridge towards divinity. Prayer is the bridge towards your higher consciousness. Prayer is the bridge to take you beyond the sufferings of the planet Earth. Prayer is the technique, is the method to lead you to superconscious state.
Let us understand the various dimensions of prayer step by step. One thing, prayer has got different forms. Nothing is higher, nothing is lower. Whatever way you can start, you can start. But naturally, you will be growing towards the higher level of consciousness. First thing, in the physical, prayer starts in the physical level. Going to the temple, praying to God, praying to the murtis of gods and goddesses, and doing some puja, doing some havan. First, physical thing. Prayer should be started in physical way. First, prayer starts in the level of physical worship. Then next, it goes to the level of verbal worship. You chant the stotras, you chant the mantras, you do the nama japa, chanting by words, you worship the divine, you pray. Now you come to a little higher level. First puja, then japa, stotra, or repetition of the God's mantra. All these things are verbal prayer. Verbal prayer plays a major role in keeping the mind in higher form, in the higher level. The remembrance of some sacred syllable, continuous repetition with awareness, that's the important thing. Without awareness, repeating will become an unconscious habit. Please don't do that. The more your mind is filled with some sacred syllable, sacred words, the more your inner chattering will be cleansed. Your inner chattering has almost become like a junk. So much of unnecessary things you throw into it. So much of repression and suppression. So much of anger and violence you suppress inside your being. Where will all that go? It will go and disturb your inner chattering. Your inner chattering is made out of the stuff which you suppress inside. If you suppress too much of violence, if you suppress too much of sex, if you suppress too much of anger, those things only will come out in your inner chattering unconsciously. All your inner chattering is made of the same stuff which you suppress inside. What you put inside, that only will come out naturally. If you put mantras inside, the sacred syllables inside, the divine words inside, the stotras inside, put words inside, you will see you are radiating the same beautiful words, same beautiful feeling, same beautiful bliss. The more you chant the right words, less you will be chanting the wrong words. Second is the verbal prayer. Third is important thing, mental prayer. When prayer reaches the third dimension, it becomes mental. First it is physical, second verbal, third mental. In mental level, it is called as meditation. In physical level, it is called worship or puja. In the verbal level, it is called japa. In the mental level, it is called meditation, dhyana. When you reach this level, neither your body needs to be involved, nor your inner chanting needs to be involved. Just your being will start relating. In japa, it's a communication. In jnana, it's a communion. In prayer, it is communication between you and God. In meditation, it's a communion with you and God. You start experiencing the taste of divine. You start experiencing the glimpse of divine. You start experiencing the glimpse of bliss. Important thing, as long as you do puja or japa, you and God are different. The moment you enter the dhyana, you start realizing godliness in you. You start experiencing the divine in you. You start getting the glimpse of what you worshipped all these years. The unique communion starts between you and you. It is not even between you and God, because God becomes part of your being, you become part of Him. Drop merges into the ocean merges into the drop. You start experiencing the glimpse, you start feeling you are the part of the whole. The Advaitic experience, Advaitic means non-dualistic. A feeling of oneness starts happening inside your being. A different kind of experience. As long as you do the japa, you are worshipping. The moment you enter into jnana, you merge with the object which you worshipped. With that, you become one. You start experiencing the consciousness. The final step comes, the fourth thing, where neither you nor the God exists. Both disappear into one experience. That is what I call gratitude. The beginning, the physical level, you worship. This is the puja, worship. In the verbal level, you chant, japa. This is what I call repetition of the names. In the mental level, you meditate, you experience the divine in you. That is what I call jnana. And in the spiritual level, the fourth level, spiritual level, you experience not only the oneness, even the idea of oneness disappears. There is only one thing remains, gratitude. Towards whom? Towards nobody, just gratitude. Not even addressed to somebody. As long as the gratitude is addressed to somebody, there is two persons. Person who gives, person who receives. But at the ultimate level, it is not even addressed to somebody. It just overflows. Energy expresses itself in the form of gratitude. Energy expresses itself in the form of bliss. Deep feeling of fulfillment. That is what we call samadhi. Samadhi means
the being, after getting totally fulfilled, expresses itself in the form of energy. There is nobody who expresses, and there is nobody who receives, just experience. In this level, the experiencer and the experienced merges into experience. In that moment, only one thing exists, that is simply experience. Neither experiencer nor the experienced. Both merges into one being. That is what we call experience. You feel so much life is showering on you. You feel it is too much. I can't tolerate anymore. It is so much of joy, so much of ecstasy. You start losing your identity. You start losing your boundary. You can have identity as long as you have a trace of suffering. The moment suffering disappears, you lose your boundary. Understand? An important thing you need to understand. You can have ego only if you have suffering. Your ego cannot exist without suffering. Suffering is the root for your ego. It is an important thing you need to understand. We always think the other way. Ego is disturbed by suffering. No. Ego is enriched by suffering. An important thing. If your suffering is less, your ego is less. You feel you are too small, so you increase your suffering. You increase your suffering so that you can feel you are somebody. When ego disappears, you will be merged inside the bliss. When you merge inside the bliss, ego disappears. When you go really deep into your being, when you become one with the existence, when you experience, only gratitude flows, only grateful feeling overflows. It is just gratitude. That's a beautiful meditation, Sufism. They say the only way to relate to God is gratitude. Because with gratitude, you start experiencing Him. With prayer, you only start relating with Him. With gratitude, you start experiencing Him. The deeper level of your being, your spiritual layer, start experiencing with gratitude. Understand a few things. How many things you are showered in your life? How much God has showered? But we never look into the things which is showered on us. We always look, what next? When you really live with a deep sensitivity, with understanding, without taking things for granted, you will experience a new space in your being, and you will experience deep joy in your being. You will experience different gratitude towards the whole life, towards persons, towards situations, ultimately towards the whole existence. Gratitude is the ultimate prayer. Gratitude is the greatest attitude. Gratitude is the greatest attitude which you can have towards human beings, towards life, towards persons, towards situations. So gratitude is the greatest attitude towards God. Gratitude is the ultimate prayer.
We relate, we worship through the idol, not the idol. Understand? When you see the deity, idol is not remembered. If you remember the idol, the deity is not remembered. When you see a stone elephant, you will not see the material. You see it as a material, you can't see it as an elephant. An artist will see that as an elephant, but will not see it as a material. If there is a stone, if there is a wooden elephant, the elephant carved out of wood, a person who is involved with the wood business, if he sees, he will say, oh, sandalwood, wonderful wood, high cost, this must be the cost. He will be talking about the wood. He can never see the elephant. If an artist, if he sees, he will see, oh, beautiful sculpture, beautiful carving, elephant, amazing. He will not see the elephant. He will not see the wood. So if the moment you see the wood, you will not see elephant. The moment you see the elephant, you will not see the wood. It cannot happen in the same moment. It can happen only in the next moments. Even if you see wood, elephant, wood, one moment you can see only as elephant. Only in the next moment you can see it as a wood. The next moment you can see it as an elephant. When you see this as a God, you will not see it as a world. When you see this as a world, you will not see it as a God. If you see this whole cosmos as a world, giving you fear and greed, you can't see this as a God. If you see this whole thing as a God, you can't see this as a world. There won't be any fear and greed. See, the whole thing happened in Ramakrishna's life. Just an ordinary deity, statue. He started seeing it as a God. He was never able to see it as a stone or a statue. And it might have started in a very raw level, but slowly, just because of his very intensity, the whole thing became alive and led him to ultimate enlightenment, removing all the obstacles, guiding itself. He says, when he goes and talks to the Devi, she says, just to teach you the Jivan Mukti, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, I brought him here, go and learn. Then he comes back and says, he is telling me to drop you. He is telling me to kill you, destroy you. She says, yes, do it. Please understand, in India, villages, I always tell this one example, Indian villages, they burn the dead bodies. They will use a big stick, big bamboo to burn the body. Once the whole body is burnt, they will throw that stick also in the same fire and that also will be burnt. Same way, use master's form or God's form to burn the attachment with all other forms. When all other forms attachment is dropped, this form is intelligent enough to disappear by itself or guide you to beyond the formlessness. The master's form or the God's form is intelligent enough to lead you to beyond all the forms and lead you to very form itself. So Kali says, yes, go beyond my form, cut the form. And I can say that is the moment of ultimate gratitude. Ultimate gratitude. He has liberated you from everything and liberates you from himself also. Liberates you from himself also. Then suddenly you will see his form will not be there anymore in your inner space, but you know he is there. He is there. He is there. Intensely present. Intensely present. As long as you feel connected with the form, sometime you will see he is present, sometime you will see he is absent. And you will struggle to feel connected, maintain that feeling connection continuously. You will struggle to feel the connection continuously. When you are able to feel connected to him beyond his form, you are liberated even from that form. You will see suddenly his presence is there intensely, continuously, and guiding you, radiating. This Thanksgiving is one of the wonderful thing I learned from the West. Understand? I'm very open and honest. Whatever is said and done, somehow the Thanksgiving idea was not there. The very idea did not get engraved so much in India. Only in the West, especially this function, this Thanksgiving function, I saw so much of importance and respect is given to it. And I understood, yes, there are some wonderful things we need to learn. In India, maybe there during Deepavali or something, but not keeping this as a main base or backbone structure. So this was one of the great thing, at least I learned from this country, from this tradition. And not only that, even verbally thanking is given so much of importance in this culture, which is needed. The Vedic tradition, the thanking or the gratitude, it has become more a spiritual quality. It was never a social quality. It was there, but more or less a spiritual quality. But here I saw it's vibrant, alive in every day-to-day life. It is a social quality which we need to really learn and imbibe. Maybe I can say this is a kind of a constant meditation, every day meditation. Whenever you say the word thank you, that's like a everyday meditation, reminding yourself how the gratitude becomes a spiritual practice today. Very funny, but a very mystical incident. Today, Pradosha Puja was there, means before the discourse around 5:30, the puja for Nandi. Today is the day Mahadeva gave Shivasutras to Devi. Pradosham is the day Mahadeva spoke these teachings, these sutras to Devi. Today I went and sat there, and after the puja, the Archana started. I was in such a deep silence and samadhi. The Archana was going on. Slowly, I saw behind me, the group which was sitting, one or two people were little uncomfortable, not settling down. Of course, I did not see physically, but because I was in samadhi, I can see very clearly what is going on in the minds, like a worms moving. I saw few minds little unsettled, little irritated. I was thinking, this presence, anybody will fall in tune so beautifully, so wonderfully. What is the problem? I saw few guys are not able to, were a little agitated because the brahmachari was chanting the mantra. He chanted the name Nithyananda also, along with the mantra. These few, one or two brains doesn't understand the Rudra, the traditional Rudram itself, there is a word Nithyananda. It's a name of Shiva. It's name of Mahadeva. And I was just seeing. And another funny thing is, I did not even remember or listen, it is my name, because I was in such a deep samadhi. Never feel, that's my name. And there are few intelligent guys, maybe who had the click or initiation, who had that gratitude or the love. I saw the more they heard that word, they were able to feel more and more connected, because, understand, the experience with the master will intensify your true devotion. Usually, Master is used like an object to create devotion in you. Many of our disciples come and tell me, Swamiji, only after I felt connected to you, only now I feel connected to all the puja, rituals, tradition and everything. Till then I never had connection with all those things. All those things people used to do, I go there like a ritual. Only now it makes sense so much. It makes meaning. Master is like a window or a door. Feeling connected to him or grateful to him will open a new door of being grateful to everything. Feeling connected to everything. Few people who had that click, I saw very beautifully they were able to settle. And the few people, and even those few, it is not that they never know or never had any blessing or never had any benefits from the master. They had. But that gratitude, the thanking attitude has not started. If that starts, you will stop judging. Thanking is one of the very powerful quality. In our first meditation technique, the first meditation program, the 7th technique, the quality to open the Sahasrara chakra, the ultimate chakra, is gratitude. In gratitude, you will stop judging and fall in tune more and more and more. I saw today beautifully the power of thanksgiving, consciously. Power of thanksgiving. That those few guys, they also do not know traditionally the Nithyananda is one more name of Shiva. If you chant the Rudram, the original Rudram, from the Varanasi edition, there will be a name Nithyananda. And I saw the person, both of them do not know. Person who got agitated and person who did not, who felt connected. Both of them do not know traditionally it is the name of Shiva, so it is getting chanted. And the person who did not get agitated, he had some gratitude. Because of that, that name only connected him more and more. The person who did not have, because of that one word, one agitation, he was not able to connect to the whole ritual. The whole ritual. I just smiled and I understood the whole thing. I smiled and turned to the priest and said, stop chanting. He stopped. He just chanted only few times, then he stopped. If you attended the puja, you would have seen why suddenly Swamiji stopped the recital of his name. That was the reason. Understand, whenever the one simple quality of gratitude, if it starts, gratitude is like a small fire which can burn all your karmas. All the karmas. Anything which you carry on, which you brought, which you are accumulating, anything can be burnt. A simple remembrance of gratitude, not only to the master, to every being, to everything. It brings so much of sensitivity. It brings so much of love and so much of settled feeling, so much of connected feeling. It can just move. I saw the person who was agitated a little bit, whose mind was complicated. His mental thought, the structure was, why should his name being chanted? And he doesn't understand. The person whose name is chanted, he doesn't even remember it is his name. It is his name. Somebody asked me in the discourse, why should you be there and we should be here? I told him very beautifully, actually understanding these few ideas will really give you the deep insights about Thanksgiving, where we miss and what we miss. I told him, because I am nobody, I am here. Because you are somebody, you are there. Understand that if you are somebody, even if you are made to sit here, you will think, I think for my qualification, it should be little better. Wherever you go, whatever way you are respected, you will feel that something more has to be done, should have been done. If you are nobody, whether you are respected or not, you will never bother. You will be in such easiness, comfort. There will never be a disturbance. Person who has become nobody, wherever he is, he will be comfortable. Person who has become somebody, wherever he is, he will have some complications, some misunderstanding. The gratitude will make you as nobody. You will be a flowing energy. You will be just flowing energy. I have seen that flowing energy in the poems of Sufi mystics. Sufism is completely the tradition based on the gratitude. And the way in which they flow, it was such wonderful flow. It was such a gratitude based tradition. It does not take any training at all to have the divine experience through Sufism. With all other tradition, to have divine experience, the experience beyond mind, it takes quite a lot of time. First understanding, then sadhana, austerity and all those things. With Sufism, doesn't take time. Straight away it happens because every step, every teaching is directed towards thanking, gratitude. So, understand this one great quality, it can really transport you to different plane. What is the reason we do puja at the Guru's feet? Why do people want to touch the Guru's feet? It's an ancient tradition. In the Vedic tradition, when you are showered so much by Guru with his knowledge, experience, love, blessings, everything, when you are showered by him, overflowing gratitude, you don't know what to do. So you offer whatever you have at his feet. That is the way the tradition of Guru Puja started. The Vedic tradition. This is the oldest ritual. Please understand. Oldest sacred ritual is Guru Puja. The moment the first disciple was excited, Parvati, Adi Shakti is the first disciple. The moment she was excited with the experience of Shiva, experience given by Mahadeva, Shiva, in that extraordinary gratitude, she fell at Mahadeva's feet and offered whatever she had at his feet. So the first ritual, Guru Puja, started. The first initiation is Shiva Sutra. The first sacred ritual is Guru Puja. First stotra is Guru Gita. The overflowing gratitude, you pour yourself at the feet of the Master. And same way, touching Guru's feet also. In the ecstasy, you always feel like offering yourself at his feet. There is no logical reason for why Guru Puja is done, why people touch Guru's feet. It is emotional feeling connection. For some people, it looks like, why should I do it? For some people, it is life. They can't live without it. I know, for millions of my disciples, morning satsang is much more important than eating food. This is bliss dose. Morning sitting in the Pada Puja or the morning satsang is a powerful bliss dose. Life. It is life itself. So please understand, it is the individual's emotion. I also wanted to tell you one more thing. Do all this only if you feel intensely connected to it, not otherwise. It should not be done as a ritual. See, as far as yoga is concerned, whether you want it or not, it has to be done. Because you are working on body. But when the Guru Puja comes, it is in your mind. Your mind itself should feel it. Out of ecstasy and joy, you should be pouring it. So there is no logical reason. What is the reason we do pujas at Guru's feet? Why do people want to touch the Guru's feet? There is no logical reason. Just that's the way it is. That's all.
Yes, Nithyananda, all of you. So gratitude, direct technique to be established in that pure bliss. And with so many, somebody shared so many stories on the gratitude, how bringing gratitude in your life brings a direct way to connect to the divine, whether through the rituals, through the path. At the moment you feel connected, automatically you feel filled with gratitude. How the Guru Puja, when Devi was filled with gratitude, she offered the Guru Puja, and that's how the sacred ritual of the Guru Puja started. And whatever she had, she offered to Paramashiva, and that's how the sacred ritual of the Guru Puja has started. So with this flow, the gratitude now will be entering into the next revelation by Swamiji, which is going to be on surrender. So as you are filled with gratitude, surrender is the outcome of it. Gratitude. After gratitude, you filled with surrender. And when you surrender to Paramashiva, you are into the space of that pure bliss. Let's directly listen from Bhagwan himself as we enter into this revelation with Swamiji on surrender.
Today I'll share a few words about the great truth, surrender. Such a vast subject, such a great truth. To tell you honestly, there is only one thing still I continue to learn. That is surrender. There is one thing in the cosmos which you can't say you finished learning. It is unending process. As I always say that enlightenment is final but not ultimate. Sorry, it's ultimate but not final. It's ultimate but not final, constantly happening. Surrender is ultimate but not final. When you surrender, the different qualities of the cosmos starts expressing in you. So after some time, if you think, you become very intelligent, you can analyze the cosmos and you start holding the intellect or your understanding about life or everything. If you just hold, then from that moment surrender stops. The expansion stops. Again, because you are stuck, sometime the cosmos will give you a strong blow again. When it gives a blow, when you don't have anything to look out, there is no solution in the outer world. Then you look in again. Again, cosmos is sitting there, smiling. Come back. Welcome back. Then you will see. You melt. The surrender starts happening again. And the highest possible intelligence and the different qualities of the cosmos starts happening again in you. And ultimate but not final, as I said. The ultimate again and again and again happens in the higher and higher dimensions. I tell you, this is the same story exactly gets repeated with masters. People come, surrender, they experience the beautiful, intense period of ecstasy and expansion. Suddenly, after a certain intellectual, emotional, being level expansion, unfortunately their intellect starts judging the very source to which they surrendered and the expansion happened. They start judging the master. And when they start judging means they are stuck with that expansion. Means the moment they lift their surrender, they hold the life, they remove the surrender, then the expansion growth stops. They are just stuck. It's almost like having bridge which can be lifted to the other shore. First they make a bridge, that is what is surrender. Then from the master's side, so much of intelligence, energy, compassion, expansion, everything is sent to the disciple's side. When the disciple receives too much, suddenly his ego, it just starts judging the other side, the master's side. The moment you judge, the bridge of surrender is lifted. No more transportation is possible. No more receiving gifts is possible. You are stuck. But one nice thing with life is it forgives you. It waits for you. Even though you are stuck, when the sufferings happen in your life, understand, when you are stuck, whatever suffering is given to you is just a reminder. Suffering comes and you try to solve in all possible ways in the outer world, because the logic with which you judge the master is so strong, so arrogant. It tries to find its own solutions without bending, without resting, without putting the bridge again back. It just wants to say, no, I know, I'll handle, I'll do it. But cosmos is so compassionate, it gives you such a strong sufferings which can never be answered, solved by the outer solutions. Then no other way, with a lot of reluctance, slowly you lower the bridge again. The other side, he is just sitting with a smile and waiting for your bridge to land, and he says, okay, come on, let's start the work again. Where we left, 7th lesson, start the 8th. And again the energy, expansion, ecstasy, everything starts flowing towards the bridge, through the bridge towards you. and next level of happening starts happening. Unfortunately, sometimes the disciples' side, it takes even few janmas, few births to lower the bridge, to put the bridge again. And fortunate are those who is able to put the bridge back again within few days. Intelligent are those who can understand the arrogant and cunning games of the mind and put the bridge back again and restart, refresh, reconnect with the Master, with the cosmos, so that all that flow of intelligence, expansion, ecstasy, everything starts happening. The flow becomes alive again. I tell you, fortunate are those who come back, put the bridge again quickly and start the process. Unfortunate are those who may need to wait for births and births and births. And most unfortunate are those who will wait for births, and when they put the bridge again, the Master will not be sitting there with the body. He will be without the body. He will be in the form of the formlessness, the cosmos. Then the process and the work, whole thing becomes too difficult. The difficulty becomes more. It's like trying to work with deities without having physical master. It's possible, but needs so much of intensity, takes so much of time, needs so much of tapas, means effort from your side. So naturally, the process is delayed and time is getting wasted. Again and again and again, the same cycle, same rut, people are stuck. I tell you, surrender is the one thing, even an incarnation goes on learning. There is no end. Nobody can say, I surrendered. No, I am surrendering. Because every moment, your logic grows, your inner space expands. The possibility of ego and surrender is again presented in front of you. And again, you have to choose surrender. When you choose surrender, again, one more step of expansion. A new logic is gifted to you. When that logic is gifted, when you look at the life with that logic, that energy, again the choice is given. Two roads, surrender, ego. Again, you have to pick up the surrender. So every moment, again and again, you are given the choice. That is why I tell you, surrender is one thing. You can never say you learnt it or you did it. It has to be an happening, continuous happening. I tell you, the one lesson which even now, still now, I go on learning is surrender. So, I bless you all. Let all of us continue to learn this lesson. This is the one lesson no master can say, I learned, I am here to teach. No. I have learned the higher parts of it, so I can share whatever I learned with you. So it is a constant learning process. It is the ultimate happening, which nobody can say, I learned it. Please understand, whenever you learned some process, you have become master of that process. Surrender is the only process. Nobody can become master of it. Only that process can continue to be master of it. You will be continuously learning. Please understand, any process, if you have learnt it, you have become better than, more than that process. But surrender is a process which you can't become master, or which you can't say you learnt it. It is learning. Only in surrender, the process is the master. Nobody else can be the master. Even the cosmos is lower than surrender, because even cosmos continues to expand because it is surrendered to itself, its very core, life. Cosmos has surrendered to one of its greatest dimension, life. That is why constant expansion is happening even in the cosmos. The moment cosmos judges the happening of life, the surrender bridge is lifted and cosmos will start shrinking. The expansion will stop happening. That's what we call pralaya, demolition or destruction. Then again, even the cosmos learns the lesson. Oh, I missed it. Let's put the bridge back. When the bridge is put back with the life source, with the surrender, Hiranyagarbha, again the life starts happening. Expansion happens. I tell you, nothing can say, I learned to surrender, because it is an happening. It is an happening. It is a constant happening. So, let us all learn surrender, learn surrender, learn surrender, and radiate enlightenment.
In the real surrender, you don't exclude anything, you include everything. You just experience the whole.
Yes, Nithyananda, and we are just about to receive the Swamiji as darshan is starting. So let's get ready without any delay. We'll be transitioning to the darshan. So let's be the space of meditation and let's receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
शुभमङ्गलं नित्य शुभमङ्गलम्